Hello and welcome. Today we are back with another car vlog. I didn't post any videos over the weekend because I was pretty invested in some more bits and pieces that don't make sense. It seems as though it doesn't make sense to most people in the world. To start with, I saw that the sheriff's department never asked for the FBI to come in and help with this investigation. I can understand maybe not asking for help the first part of it, but when you weren't able to locate her or really have any evidence in the case, I guess I don't understand why at that point they didn't go ahead and ask them to come in. And I saw that the FBI volunteered and wanted to come in and help, and they denied the FBI access to this. If you know anything about this, please let us know. It just seems odd to me that they would not want help, and they would also refuse help, but then they are also using a crime lab in Florida instead of Quantico, which from what I understand is taking longer, even though I think they are overnighting the evidence. I am so baffled by some of this information that I'm not really sure where to go with it. But I did see where people said that they thought there could be someone in the sheriff's department that could be linked to this investigation. But I cannot find any truth to that. I can't find where any one specific person could possibly be linked in reality. They did say that they found a glove and they had a glove tested, and that this DNA has come back to match DNA that was also in the home, but they're not saying whose DNA it is. But I'm assuming they don't know whose DNA it is, because if there was DNA in the house that matched the glove that wasn't kin to the family, that to me should be cause to be able to arrest someone and link them to this abduction. And I still don't know that it's a true abduction. I keep going back to the fact that, do we think maybe she willingly went with someone? Whether she mentally was having issues that we don't know about, or whether she actually knew the person. I don't know that it's a true abduction. We don't know that she didn't willingly go. Now, I have seen people post that things happened in the house that make it apparent that she did not go willingly, but there's been nothing put out there proving that. And there's been no video or photo or anything showing that there was a struggle, which I get it. I get that they don't need to share everything online that they are finding, because it can ruin a case. If there really was something in the house proving that something happened in that house, that the sheriff's department absolutely would not have handed that house back over to the family, and they would have kept it marked off as a crime scene. If it was proof in that house and they gave that house back to the family for them to go in, then I 100% believe that there needs to be consequences from doing such a horrible job with this case, because that absolutely should not have happened. If there was any proof showing that there was a struggle in that house, it should not have been handed back over until the case was solved to an extent. I'm also seeing the footage about the pool cleaners coming in, and I understand having a pool and that it needs to be cleaned. However, if there is not a reason that they brought the pool cleaners in looking for evidence or something, why are they there? If they are just there because the pool looks dirty, then there's no reason for that. The pool should have been the very last thing on anyone's mind. They do not need to have those people there doing anything that does not pertain to the case. If they were worried about the pool getting dirty and messing something up, then they should have just shut it off and covered it. That's not a reason. That's just causing more problems in the long run by having more people on the property than what should have been there. And then I saw where someone talked to that pool company and they said that they had never been to that house before. So if they've never been there to do the pool cleaning, who actually did the pool cleaning? Did Nancy do it herself? I kind of have issues believing that, because I'm not saying that she couldn't do it. I'm just saying she had difficulty walking by herself from everything that I saw. So I could not imagine her being able to bend down and do the things that needed to be done with a pool. So whoever was doing the pool before, where are they, and why weren't they the ones called to come in and do the pool cleaning? And then I also saw Annie's husband supposedly left the day after Nancy was missing to go to the Olympics. I get that maybe he had paid his entry and didn't want to lose out on all of that. But what I saw said that Annie and her husband have been married since, I believe, 2006. You can correct me if that is wrong, but I believe it said they got married in 2006. So he has been a part of that family for almost 20 years. After almost 20 years of being family, your mother-in-law goes missing. Who would willingly leave and not be there to help in any way they possibly could? So many people have said they feel like he is part of this. He just up and leaves the country the day after. I'm really surprised that he wasn't stopped at the airport. That, to me, is reason to bring him back. I know that they're saying they think the DNA is not someone in the family. Something doesn't sit well with me on the part that he willingly left the country for any reason. If his family members are not sick, then, or missing themselves, then why would he leave? I don't understand that part. And we never did find out any evidence or any proof on the dog. I'm still stuck on the dog because I can't find where she actually owned a dog, and I can't find where anybody's dog in the family died in December. There's another little kink in the story. She told the neighbor that her dog died in December, and the neighbor told the news that she lived there with a dog, but the dog died in December. But I can't find that there was ever a dog that she had. I cannot find where Nancy ever owned a dog. I mean, I'm not saying not ever, never ever in her life. I'm just saying at this timing, and for a dog to die in December, I can't find where a dog in the family died in December. So that's another thing. Like, why would she feel the need to tell anybody that her dog died in December if she didn't have a dog? I still feel like something happened in December that needs to be looked back at. I also can't find the books that she wrote. I am finding some books written by Nancy Guthrie, but the information in those books don't match the information that I'm finding about her as a person. I'm finding information about children, but I'm not finding information about these children. I know she's an author, but what books did she write? What are they about? Is there anything in those stories that could be linked to this case? The whole case is bizarre. Everything is just so strange. I don't understand it all, as millions of people don't. I feel like every day that goes by, we have more questions and no answers. I mean, I know we're getting answers every so often, but I feel like we have more and more questions. It just seems to be more of a rabbit hole. Like we're just going deeper and deeper down a rabbit hole. If you have found any of these answers, if you have any theories that haven't been asked or haven't been answered, leave them in the comments, because I'd like to know, where are you with this whole situation? Are you more invested than you were to begin with? Are you more confused than you were to begin with? Where are you with this situation? I feel like I have way more questions than answers, and I feel like I have way more questions every day that just don't seem to add up. With that being said, have a wonderful day, and remember, we love you.